Hello, doctors. In this presentation, Rich Doctor, Poor Doctor, we're going to see some interesting mindsets which differentiates a normal doctor or an average doctor and a rich doctor. Okay, so let's get inside the presentation. So rich doctors versus poor doctors. The doctors who do extremely well and build a great reputation versus average or normal doctors. 95% of the doctors fall in this category of average or normal practicing doctors, and 5% who do extremely well. Okay. Now this presentation is not to offend anybody. This is for information based and no offense or disrespect is intended. What we're going to see in this video is 7 thinking mistakes which many doctors do and how to avoid. You should avoid them. 4 ways to grow your practice and become 4x richer. 3 things to focus to keep growing and becoming the most preferred and referred doctor in your local area. Okay. Having said this, let us actually see what difference does it make in your life. I'm sure you all doctors are doing a great job to the society. You're making money for whatever services you're offering in a legal way. But the difference in the lifestyle which happens due to the mindset and the focus or the things what you do. So the thinking and then what you actually do in your practice or daily life will differentiate the lifestyle. Let us see what an average doctor earns, and because of that his lifestyle differs. Okay, so we're going to see some of the points which makes the difference, the stark difference what we see in many of the doctors, because they start at the same time or maybe the same level, and then by the time they practice and you are like into the business or practice for like 15-16 years, 20 years, you'll see the difference in the doctor's lifestyle. Okay, so what is it, how does it matter and how does it change the lifestyle? Let us see. Okay, so an average doctor may have an ordinary house, whereas a rich doctor will live in a house which is big, well done up, good interiors, maybe in a richer and a posher locality. An average doctor may have heavy installments from the loans he's taken for the shop or the clinic or the equipments, whereas the rich doctor has paid off the loans because he's earning much better. What happens here is the children's education is normally local for an average doctor, whereas a doctor who's doing well, his kids will do maybe the medical or engineering or whatever education or MBAs, higher education in USA or abroad. Holidays mostly local. The average doctors cannot afford to spend too much on holidays, but a rich doctor will have holidays worldwide. Monthly profits we have taken as an average or 80 to 90%. You might be doing much better, but a rich doctor will make 3 to 10 lakhs very, very easily. And I've seen it over a period of like 10-12 years, what happens when we actually do it. Okay, and this earning difference makes a huge difference in the lifestyle you live. The goodwill, I'm sure you have a goodwill, and that's why patients come over there to you, is good. But a rich doctor, when I mean, it means that he's created a brand for himself and is most preferred in the area. Okay, so the top of mind recall is much higher, and the friends you make, the average doctors will have just enough friends, but he won't have much time. So when we say ordinary or average doctor will have some of these things very, you can differentiate them by these points. And a rich doctor will have influential friend circle and network because of his lifestyle, because of his choices and the actions, and because of his networking and the name, he'll have more friends. So this is the difference what will happen because of the way you do business, the thought process and the activities which you do. So let's get inside and see. Let me introduce myself again. My name is Jayant Hudar. I'm an author and a business mentor, and I have written a lot of books. The Prosperity Factor, the Ignite Your Life with Brian Tracy, and the Business Growth Formula with Steve Hackney. Now, all these are world-renowned top authors and mentors, business mentors in the world. And I get this experience to share with you in this 20-minute presentation. So let us look what you need to do to increase your share in the market, because the total market share remains the same or approximately same for the same area. As you increase the area, the market share changes. But let us see, your share of patients remains from the total market share. Okay, so if you have 5 doctors who are competing with you in your area, unless you increase the market share, again the competition also increases, because the area increases, the number of doctors in that area or locality also increase. So you need to be increasing your share, market share, from the available market share of the patients. Okay, so let us see what is the mindset, what are the errors or what are the mistakes which average doctors do and which you should be avoiding. So number one, first is assuming that things are going to be the same as they were before the COVID-19. No, it's not. It's not going to be the same. In terms of the number of patients, or in terms of this thing, you may not now observe that difference in the numbers, which were for maybe probably for last 6-8 months, it was not normal. Everything was closed, lockdown was there. But now, once the lockdown is not there, the number of patients would change, and the quality of the patients will change, because more and more people are going online. They're checking where to go, and the rich doctor's mindset knows that things have changed and he'll adapt to the situation. So people are more online now, and factors this into all the business related decisions, especially marketing. So the way the situation has changed, how do you react, respond, and adapt to the situation? So a poor or an average doctor will think that, okay, things are same for everybody and they're going to come back to normalcy, but it is not. Okay, and the rich doctor's mindset, he adapts to the situation faster and makes changes in his practice. Okay, so the average doctor's mindset will have a conventional and old thinking and a closed mindset. He keeps following the same old things and thinks that whatever is happening to his business or practice is same for all the doctors. It is not. The people who have responded to the situation and the doctors who have a mindset of forward thinking post COVID-19 have an open mindset and are ready to learn and ready to adapt to the situation. So an average doctor thinks of only cost and expenses and profits, obviously, but cost and expenses, and makes just enough average profits per month. Now we are talking about shifting from an average doctor's position to a rich doctor's position. Okay, so how does it change? The average doctor thinks only in terms of cost and expenses. Whatever he spends on marketing, if at all, and first thinks about the expenses. But a rich doctor will think of in terms of return on investment. Whatever he's investing, how much he's making out of that. Okay, now here the rich doctor will get 2 to 5 times more profits every month in the same amount of time, in the same setup. Okay, and how we're going to see that? But keep in mind that whatever money or whatever amount you spend on your business, okay, you can make much more than that, and we're going to see. So keep your mindset open, keep your mind open to see what can be done. Okay, average doctor does not do proper marketing. Okay, assumes that doctors can't do marketing and advertising, and good doctors should not advertise. This is a mindset of a old conventional doctor. Okay, whereas a rich doctor will understand the benefits of proper marketing, does proper legal marketing and advertising of your practice, whatever you're doing, thinks of optimizing the time at the clinic and treats more more valuable patients. Okay, so this is mistake number 3, which you should not be doing. The fourth mistake, many times it happens, is average doctor assumes that his marketing is good enough, depends on only word of mouth for referrals, and thinks that only free referrals are enough. Now, this is a very important aspect which most doctors feel proud of. I'm sure for your goodwill and your name, you should be proud, but depending only on passive referrals will, seriously limit to the potential what you can grow. So assuming that only the word of mouth is enough may not suffice. Okay, so how does it change? So a good doctor or rich doctor will not depend only on the passive referrals. Okay, a rich doctor will think, I'm good, I've got a good name, but I can do better, I want to do better. Okay, so let me tell you the difference between passive referrals. What happens is, passive referrals and active referrals. Passive referrals means a patient of yours who's there in the locality, somebody has a problem or is looking for the services what you offer, he goes and by chance asks your patient, do you know a doctor for so and so thing, specialty? For example, you may be an ophthalmologist, you may be a cataract or a LASIK specialist, you might be a skin specialist, you might be a weight loss specialist, you might be a hair transplant specialist. So all these are cosmetic dentistry. So if your patient is asked by someone and then if he remembers your name and then he refers, that is a passive referral. You don't have control over it. Okay, it's not in your control. Some people may ask one of your patients, they might ask your competitor's patient, and then the patient goes to him. Okay, but a rich doctor's mindset, he knows this assumption will not work, and so he creates word of mouth referrals and generates new referrals through active referral strategies. And most doctors, 95 or even 99% of the doctors, still remain in the mindset that my name is enough, I'm getting enough patients, and that's it. Now, when we say enough, what it means is the quality of patients, okay, the amount of money they pay you for the higher services. For example, take for example a cataract. Now, if your name or brand name is very good, they may not negotiate or haggle for the reduction of the fees of the operation cost. You'll find so many patients come to you, take the costing and go back. They never come back. Okay, and most of the doctors don't have a mechanism of follow-up. Okay, so what happens is, every month, if you are on an average doing say 20 or 25 or 30 operations, say in a cataract or any of your services. Now, what happens for calculation basis, I'm taking, say you're doing 25 operations in a month, and you might find, if you calculate and you go back to maybe pre-COVID times, and you'll realize that maybe 50 patients came or 40 patients came, you consulted them, you told them that you should be operating, but out of that only 25 came. Now, what has happened is, because they found the price or they were not able to relate the value what you're giving, they go off. Okay, so a average doctor will depend on the passive referrals, whereas a rich doctor mindset will create a referral so strong that people will not just shift over for 2,000-3,000 or 5,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees. So they will pay you much higher amount of money happily. Okay, and you'll get those patients. So even just for example basis, if you're doing 25 operations, a normal doctor does 25 operations, and because of your good word of mouth and active word of mouth strategies, what happens is, if you just get 5 more patients every month, that 5 more patients can mean 1.5 to 2 lakh rupees of additional revenue with the same setup. And I'm talking about the minimum. Okay, we have seen from 20, 30, 40 operations a month to 70, 80, and 100 operations a month. So the difference can be 100%, not 10%, 20%. Okay. So, and the patients pay happily. They don't go off any other place just because of a few thousand rupees. The fifth mistake many doctors do, okay, is that they ignore the competition, the local competition. Okay. So they do not bother to check what other competing doctors in the local area are doing. Now, this is more valid for the doctors who are into specialty. Okay. But if they don't bother to check what the competition is doing online and offline, online in the sense on the internet for lead generation, for reviews, for reputation management, and a rich doctor will track local competition, what the competition is doing, how much they're spending, how many patients they're getting, what is happening over there, what kind of service they're offering, what kind of facilities they're offering. So they will keep a track of what the other doctors are doing online and offline and update themselves and improvise their service, because your business, your practice is your bread and butter, and whatever you generate through this is going to add to your bottom line in the bank. Okay. So you can't ignore the competition. Now, this sixth point is one of the most important parameter, and it consists of two things. Okay. Calculating the cost of a new patient. Now, what happens is most doctors, they don't do any advertising. So they don't even know, they think that all the patients, they're coming for free. But actually it is the convenience because of the locality, people, the local area, wherever you are situated, and the references you or your patients give to other patients, and you get the patient. So many doctors, the average doctor thinks that he's getting the client or the patient for free, but it is not. For example, if you were not advertising and you are there and say you get 30 patients a day. Okay. Now 30 patients, you think that, okay, that is free. But just imagine if you could get, instead of 30, if you get 60 patients a day because of a marketing activity or any activity which you do, you are going to utilize your infrastructure, your time, your staff members in a much better way, because the overheads are same. The electricity bill, the rental, the cost of the investment gone into the property, the equipments remains the same. Okay. Yeah, additional some expenses are there because, okay, if you're having more number of staff, you pay a little bit more salaries. But overall, from 30 patients to 50 or 60 patients, the revenues are going to be much higher. So a cost of new patient, a doctor who's advertising and who's not advertising. So we are looking at the doctors, average doctors who are advertising, but they are not calculating the cost of new patient. Okay. Now what happens is, he does not know the acquisition cost. And why it is important, I'm going to tell you. A rich doctor will value new patient and knows and understands the cost of acquisition of a new patient and value of getting fresh patients every month. Now, the next part of this mistake number 6, is understanding the lifetime value of the patient. So one new patient which comes to you, it's not like the OPD or 500 rupees or 1000 rupees or 2000 rupees you charge. What happens is this patient, once he goes back, can keep referring you his own family, his relatives, his neighbors, and his friend circle. Okay. Now what happens is, assuming for calculation basis, if one patient comes to you, and for example, if you are an ophthalmologist, a patient comes to you, a new patient is acquired by you, he comes for eye checkup, then he buys a specs maybe, then he comes for repeat checkups maybe every year, and he remains in that locality for say 10 years. So that patient might pay you 500 rupees or 1000 rupees every year once, maybe, or once in 2 years. So he may be paying you as an OPD patient, he might pay 500 rupees or 1000 rupees per year, 10,000 rupees a year. But if he refers his family members, okay, it doubles or triples in that 10 years. If he refers and because of the word of mouth, he refers say 10 patients. Now what happens is it multiplies by 10 or even more. So what happens is if he goes for a higher value operation or a treatment with you, and the same thing goes, so the higher the value he spends with you, more attachment or engagement he'll have with you. So what happens is a patient who's taken a service from you, say a cataract operation or a LASIK operation or a treatment, what happens is down the line, if you are going to make say 60,000 rupees from that patient in a duration of say 10 years, and he refers two patients every year of the same amount. Now what happens is that's two patients like 1 lakh rupees a year. In 10 years, it's going to be 10 lakh. Now it doesn't stop over there. Those 10 patients, additional 10 patients, because you got from this referred patient, they are going to refer 2, 3, 4, 10 patients. So it just multiplies. Okay. And this lifetime value of each patient, once you calculate, now that you know, your approach to any patient is going to be different. It's not going to be an OPD patient of 5,500 rupees or 1,000 rupees. It's going to be a lifetime value of 50, 60,000 for one patient, and maybe through him, maybe 10 or 100 patients in next 10 years. And that's what the value of your business. Okay. So average doctor is oblivious to the lifetime value of a customer and keeps struggling to get new patients. Whereas a rich doctor will calculate the lifetime value of a patient and uses this magic of lifetime value of the customers and gets active referrals, new patients, and earns 5 to 2 to 5 times more profit every month. Now if you keep money in the bank and get in a FD, you will get 5 to 7% of FD, okay, interest. But if you actually invest that money, not that much of money, but invest some amount of money in your own clinic for the brand name, for the marketing, for the systems, you're going to make much more. Okay. The seventh mistakes are some assumptions. Assumes that most other doctors don't market. Okay. Because you're not tracking the competitors, they assume that most other doctors also are not advertising. Okay. However, a rich doctor will create a great name for himself. Okay. Earns 2 to 5 times more profits every month. When I say 2 to 5 times, I'm not saying that revenue, say for example, if you're making say 3 lakh rupees or 5 lakh rupees a month, we are not going to, may not earn 15 or 25 lakhs, but just by doubling the revenue, the profit margins can increase because the overheads remain the same. Okay. So we are talking about every month you can make double or 3, 4, 5 times the profit. Okay. So for example, a doctor who's having a practice of say 3 lakh rupees a month, and he's making say 1 lakh profit, taking away all the expenses, installments, and salaries and overheads. So if he makes 1 lakh rupees as a pure profit after tax, and a doctor who has a practice of say 5 to 6 lakhs, so his overheads are 2 lakhs and he saves 4 lakh rupees as a profit. Now from 1 lakh profit to 4 lakh profits is 4 times in the same month. Okay. And that is very much possible. Okay. So an average doctor will have an average life, whereas a rich doctor, because of his mindset and the way he approaches things and takes decisions and activities he does for his business, gives him a great life with additional money in the bank. Okay. So average doctor does not think of becoming the preferred and the referred doctor, has a closed mindset and is not ready to learn anything new. He just continues. And I'm sure that's okay for 95% of the doctors. But if you would like to shift from that average mindset to a rich doctor's mindset and become the most preferred doctor in that area, that is possible. And we have made that possible with our systems. I'm going to share that with you. Stay till the end and spends money on the marketing from the additional profits which he earns because of the systems we implement. Okay. So invest in brand building, invest in building the reputation, and takes experts' help. Okay. So rich doctor versus poor doctor or an average doctor, which one would you like to be? So One more additional point I would like to this thing is average doctor thinks he knows everything. Now that might be true for his subject domain. Okay, you're a doctor for medicine, you know much more than an average person. Okay, knows about the, but the average doctor thinks he knows about marketing also, about business growth also, and wants to do everything by himself, or he doesn't want to spend because he thinks that he's going to give that money to somebody else. But just look at this. A patient comes to you because you're an expert. Okay, but you are, or you may not be a business growth expert. Okay, whereas a rich doctor knows he's specialist in his subject domain, and he also knows that he's not an expert in marketing. Okay, so that difference in the mindset uh, makes a huge difference down the line. Okay, it's the amount of money you take home every month. It's not how much money you spend. It might be a doctor might be spending 50,000 rupees on marketing. Okay, now just don't look at the spending, but if by spending that money he is growing his name, and from a 3 lakh or a 5 lakh practice, if he grows from 5 lakh to 10 lakh rupees, and from his additional money he is making every month by taking experts advice, that mindset is going to make a difference. Okay, so there are 4 ways you can increase or grow your practice very easily, and these are the 4 ways. Obviously increase the number of patients, and there are ways to do that. Okay, increase the number of active referrals. Okay, improve the brand value so that you get more amount of money. People will not ask for more discounts, but they will come to you only because you are a most preferred doctor. Okay, and do systematic online and offline marketing, but do systematically. Okay, not just doing a SEO or doing a Google AdWords. No, it has to be a strategy. And these are the 4 ways you can increase the practice. And we have done that for many doctors, and many, in fact, more than 150 verticals, we have done that. And so look at the market share. If the total market share is there in whatever your area is, okay, your share of the patients has to increase. Okay, so if your share increases, some patients who were supposed to go to other doctors will come to you because you have a better name. And how do you see that you have a better name? Because the reviews will be better, the number of patients coming to you will be better, the quality of the patients will be better, the amount of money they are spending at your place will be better, the references what you're going to get is going to be better. Okay, so the 3 things you should focus on to grow your business is online marketing and online reviews, because reviews have become more and more important from the time COVID has come, and times have changed. And if you're not doing systematically online marketing and online reviews collection, then you should start doing it. Number 2 is your cost of acquisition or cost of patient acquisition, calculation of that, and the lifetime value. If you calculate, you'll have a much better clarity on how much money you can spend on doing business growth, on marketing your business or practice, and how much money you can spend acquiring new clients, how much money you can spend on advertising. Most of the doctors, they decide some amount which they think is good enough to grow the business, and they'll continue spending the same amount of money without actually checking what is the upside they can do, what is the potential of growing. They won't do that. But if you once calculate the cost of acquisition for one patient, okay, so why we have to do this? Because, for example, if you pay 1,000 rupees and get a new patient, what has happened is, in that 1,000 rupees you have acquired this new patient plus a possibility of him referring number of patients for number of years. So he himself will come back multiple times to you, and he might refer 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 patients in his lifetime of in that area. So that this calculation of costing is very important, and based on that you have to decide what should be the amount of money you're spending on marketing. And the third important point is, all the marketing or advertising you do has to be ROI based. Okay, now most of the doctors don't calculate this. Okay, so return on investment based marketing requires a strategy and then implementing that. Now, if you do this, you get more mileage of the same amount of money. Okay. So if you're going to make, say, if you're spending 20,000 rupees a month on marketing and doing whatever amount of business or revenue every month, say 5 lakhs you do by spending 20,000 rupees. But by spending 50,000 rupees, if you're going to do 10 lakh revenue every month, it means just adding 30,000 rupees, you have doubled your business. And mind you, your profits might from 1 lakh rupees a month, it might grow to 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs, or even 10 lakhs. And I have seen doctors, we have grown business from 1 crore a year to 3 crores or 4 crores a year. Okay. So your marketing should be ROI based, return on investment based, and not a hypothetical or arbitrary amount of money which you think is good enough. Okay. So if you focus on these 3 things, you will get a huge transformation in your business and lifestyle. Okay. And how you choose will, I want to give you an example over here. Scenario 1 is that you earn 60 lakhs or 1 lakh, 1 crore, whatever you're doing right now. Okay. And that's it. You stay the way you are. The choice is yours. But if you see scenario 2, you can earn more in the same amount of time with much more benefits. Okay. We make you 1 crore or more by spending or investing 5 to 6 lakhs or a little bit more than that. But investing the money from the profits you make here, you, instead of making 60 lakhs, maybe you'll make 1 crore, or maybe even like some of the doctors, we have 2 crores or 5 crores a year. Okay. And you'll have more number of patients. You'll have much better brand name and reputation, and be the most preferred and the referred doctor, offering better services, infrastructure, the place where you sit, the clinic, the facilities you give, the number of people you employ. Okay. And creating a brand name for yourself. So what do you prefer? Okay. And to do this, how we can help you to grow your business? We do lead generation and new client generation for you. We get your phone ringing. Okay. We can build systems to get active referrals, and we'll build system to build your reputation and brand name to become the most preferred doctor in your area. Okay. So we have around 52 very specific activities which we do for doctors, out of which we select 16 to 24 activities for a doctor, and we work on with the doctor for a year on the consulting the doctors, and then building those systems in place, and then continue doing the new lead generations, advertisement, and so implement 24 to 36 strategies and tactics to build a formidable name, brand name, create fame for you, service delivery, and what can be done to improve the service, and become the preferred doctor locally. The best part is all the expenses from the first month itself come from the profits generated from the system. Okay. So if you're thinking that, okay, you're going to spend money, but that money is going to come back to you multifold. Okay. So you make 2 to 4x profits from the first month itself. Okay. So whatever you're making, you'll start making much more money, with the added advantage of being a preferred doctor. Okay. So if you're interested, get in touch with us, and we'll be happy to share how we can do this. I'll be recording some more videos on the lifetime value of the customers or your patients, and some other very interesting points where you can make a difference in your life. I hope this video gives you some insight or points to think and ponder. So make your business to the maximum, or create the potential what it has. Create a name for yourself. You'll be happy that you did. Thank you very much.